you very much. That's my time. My name is Craig Loydren. Go out and support live comedy. See ya.
How's it going, buddy? Right. Now listen, you're a funny guy. Is comedy something you always wanted to do?
Since I'm, as long as I can remember, 10 years old, like Mork and Mindy were on. I'm dating myself a little bit, but if I look around the room, not so much. But look, now I don't want to walk to my car. I want to run really fast. But since I'm 10 years old, I wanted to be a comic. I wanted to be Mork. For Mork came out, Robin Williams. And I was running around the house. My aunts and uncles called me Mork. I was like, Shazbat, fire, be free. No. You know, I used to do all that. Throw an egg, it never flew, it always dropped. But since I'm a little kid, that's what I wanted, man. And I'm finally living my dream, which is pretty cool. A lot of people can't say they do that.
No, definitely not. Good for you. Well, let's just get off. We had a 16-year-old comedian, Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
He was on the last show.
Sure.
Is that true that you're mentoring him?
Yeah, that's my boy. Not my boy, but you know, I'm mentoring the kid. He's a great, funny, talented. 16 years old. In 2 years, the kid's gonna be making millions, and I'm gonna be opening for him.
That's great.
I'll be driving for him. He'll be like, yeah, I gotta deal with the bald guy for like another 2 years, and then I'm getting rid of him.
Let's give him a hand.
Yeah.
Pete
Sit in front
Davidson.
right there.
Please don't rate me to where you put me in that until I leave. Because if I'm like 5 or 6, I'm just gonna be, you know.
And listen, who are some of your comedy influences?
Oh, there's several. There's 5, really. No order of how much I like them, just order of how they were introduced to me. And it's Robin Williams, Howie Mandel, Eddie Murphy, Sam Kinison, and then Bob Nelson.
Yeah, Sam Kinison was great.
Well, I mean, you can see some of the hostility that I have, which really just comes from, you know, family. I say that because my wife's not here. Otherwise, I wouldn't do those jokes.
Now listen, you were in the Navy.
Yes.
How was that for a guy like you? How were you able to take actually the orders?
I didn't. That's why I got an administrative separation after 3.5 of my 4-year stay. For what I now get paid for, it used to get me in a lot of trouble. I actually did at one point. I never got in trouble for anything stupid or bad, never drugs or anything, for my mouth.
Yeah.
Always running my mouth. And my XO, the executive officer, the second in command of the ship, I got him a little annoyed at me. And he actually sent me to the brig 3 days bread and water. No lie. I literally bread and water. I was like, what are you gonna do, flog me next? That's when like they tie you up and whip you. I thought that was gonna happen. But I did 3 days bread and water. And at one point in my career there, he told me, he's like, Loydren, I have foreseen your future. I predict that you will be pushing your entire life around in a shopping cart. And I was like 19, 20 years old. I didn't think nothing of it.
Well, speaking about your kids and your wife, how do they feel when you get up on stage, you know? How do they deal with this?
Actually, my almost 16-year-old daughter is sitting out there right now. I try not to look at her because she knows my set, so she's sitting there, you know, mouthing it and stuff because I do it around the house, and she watches the videos. And they hate it, I think. But I know my son does because I throw him under the bus a lot more than her. Although my wife gets thrown under there quite often. But they deal. My wife, when I first started doing this, I started this like 14 years ago. She hated it. And then I got sick and I was out of it. I now back about 9 years. And I got a really cool mentor, this guy, Joseph Anthony, very funny comic.
He was supposed to come on the show.
Oh, Joe is he mentored me like I'm mentoring Pete. He mentored me. And he just kind of taught me how to do it, and he taught me the business. Like, you can be funny or you're not funny. Like, the kid Pete, very funny. So I'm just going to teach him what to do, and then he'll disown me in like 6 months.
Exactly.
Like I did to poor Joe, and now Joe hates me. But no, he doesn't hate me, but Joe took me under his wing and taught me. And when she seen that it was really starting to work, and I was out there and I was on the road all the time, and then I started getting paid, and it was really working, she's like my manager now. If it wasn't for my wife, I would not be where I am today.
Now, you're a native Staten Islander.
I am.
Now, the past 10 years, this place has changed. How do you feel about potholes and the situations going on?
Let me tell you, there's no road courtesy anymore. I want to start a class and teach road courtesy. People, when you let someone go, when you stop at a stop sign or something, and you let someone go, like 3 cars go, you know, and you're like, a simple friggin', you know, wave, thank you, you know. So I'll drive up to somebody like 2 blocks, I'm like, you could have said friggin' thank you, you know, just because that's the way I am. I get a little angry.
I don't want to catch you on the road.
Don't let me get into the potholes. I mean, Well, let's talk about that fast to our borough president and the politicians. Do something about these potholes.
Seriously.
Hey, how many people drive in the streets? Every other block's a pothole, right?
Let me tell you, I just spent $300. I just spent $300 on my front end this last Saturday. I hit a pothole on Highland Boulevard, and it threw off my whole front end. I had to get the ball joints done and the inner tie rods.
What did you do for a living before you started doing comedy?
Look at me. What did I do for a living? I was in the Klan. What do you expect? No, no, that's a part-time job. Lifetime member. No, I'm just kidding. The black guy's not gonna let me out the door now. But he's like, all right, funny little white boy, we're done. No, I was a plumber, believe it or not, for 19 years.
Oh, yeah?
On Staten Island, I worked for Rapid Sewer Cleaners for 12 years, and I worked for Scarin. I have a friend of mine that I help once in a while when I need money.
Right.
I mean, when he needs help.
Now listen, what's your favorite comedy club to play at?
I have a few. On Staten Island is the Looney Bin. Love the Looney Bin.
That's the only one.
It really is the only one. Like I put together one-nighters once in a while here
Yeah.
and there, but the Looney Bin is my favorite comedy club on Staten Island.
Yes.
In Manhattan, it's the New York Comedy Club.
All right.
Great, dirty, seedy kind of, it just really draws comedy. I'm not even saying it disrespectfully. I wouldn't use the bathroom in there, but it's just a great, if you want to go out and see comedy in Manhattan, the New York Comedy Club is the best. And in New Jersey, my favorite club is Danny's Upstairs Comedy Club, which is
All right.
Danny Aiello, the actor.
Yes, of course.
Danny Aiello has a comedy club in Hoboken, and I'm a super regular there. I love it. In fact, one of your other guests has seen me perform 150 times there because he's a regular there as well. Those are my 3 babies. If I can draw a line to all of them and make like a prism, it's like a rainbow.
Yeah, Victor's got a good
For all the
thing
gay
going on
people
there.
out there. What?
Victor has a good thing going on there.
Oh, Victor at the Looney Bin.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to be there. I don't know if is it time for the plugs? Can I ring your bell?
Yes, go for it.
I just feel so much better about myself.
It's actually website time.
My nipples not on. Sorry. Well, just this one.
Now listen, you have a website, MySpace, Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook is comedian Craig Loydren. I'm sure they'll be right about here. That'll be my name. But comedian Craig Loydren is my Facebook. You can just look me up at Craig Loydren. I have 2 pages. I have a radio show, the Testosterone Show,
All right.
which is another group page you can look up. We can talk about that next time on Syndicate Radio. Go to these things and you can look it up. And my dates are on, and then I have CraigLoydren.com is my website. I have that
right.
too.
Well, listen,
So-
it was a pleasure having you on the show.
And then-
Come back again.
Thank you. April 7th, I'm at the Looney Bin. April 7th? Oh, no, I'm sorry, May.
All right.
May. Oops, May.
Go on his website.
Yeah,
Let's
go to
give
my
it up for
website.
Craig.
Thank you. Thank you, brother.
All right.
Funny.
We always get a good actor from the Looney Bin Comedy Club.